Okay, this tutorial is going to teach us how we could configure a command line to send mails on a Unix platform. This is basically tested on Ubuntu. The advantage of sending a mail on a command line is very beneficial for administrators to know whether you have a particular job or task is completed, to send attachments, the log files as attachments, and so on. So, in brief, what you need to do is basically you need to have a couple of things installed on your Linux box. To start off with, what we need is initially we need to start implementing the apt-get, and we start installing the mail client, which is called here mailx command. So this basically is the client utility that would allow you to send mails. It's a command line utility for mail on Linux platform, similar to what you might be using in Outlook or something, but it's all based on a command line. The second thing, obviously very important, is you need to have something called as a postfix. Postfix is a utility that gives you the functionality of an SMTP relay. So once you have this postfix installed, what the client will do is use the postfix SMTP capability or the MTA capability of the postfix to relay mails and send it to the users in the internet world. The third important thing which we need to install is something called as share utils. Basically, this is what this is required because we need something called as UU encode. UU encode is basically required for your attaching files in your emails. So once you have these three utilities installed on your system, then you are ready to start configuring your system to send mails once the job is executed and so on. One very important factor that we need to take care of is that postfix requires, obviously, for you to have the DNS properly set up so that it can resolve names. So what you need to do is you need to make sure that the name resolution that is done by postfix has the name server included. So you have multiple formats of adding a name server, but basically what you need for options 1, for options 1, 2, and 4 is that you need something called as name server x.x.x.x. Okay, and however for the third one, okay, so these are there are 4 methods of adding a name. One is into the spool directory of postfix, okay, which is called resolve.conf. You can add the name server over there, or you could do it in the resolve.conf, but actually that does not work. That is for general system requirement. If you want to ping something by name, then you need the DNS entry to be either in the resolve.conf, or the best place is to add it in option number 3, which is to do, it should be added in the network interfaces card, which is under the etc network directory called interfaces, but the syntax is slightly different. So you need to add DNS-name server and then the multiple IP addresses for the multiple DNS servers. In case you do not want to use this and you're using some DHCP and you still want to have a DNS that needs to be configured, and it should be persistent over reboots, so then you could use the fourth option, which is to do with which is in the directory called etc resolve.conf.d, and the file name is base, and then you need to add that. So these are the 4 methods of adding name resolution. Then you should be able to send out mail. Now we see how we can send an mail. To send an email, it's very simple. Basically, you type the command mail x space -s, the subject of the message, and you can send it to user mail, and then you'll be given another command where you can type the detailed body of the message and send it. Or you just if you pipe the body, you could use the pipe of the body like something like the echo CDR, and then you